wasn't aware that how it is useful, मतलब कैसे use करना है real world में, and what is the scope.
Why did you thought of like moving out of Tiger के बाद how did Amazon came into the picture और उसका पूरा process क्या था?
That is something a major turning point, I can say. I can say that it was a kind of difficult time when I landed up at Amazon. Like it was a difficult time to switch, but
You have majorly worked in 4 companies, Capgemini, then Tiger, then Amazon and then Uber. तो क्या क्या कोर स्किल्स हैं जो मेरे को बहुत अच्छे से सीखनी चाहिए और क्या क्या ऐसी चीजें मुझे करनी चाहिए ताकि आई एम एबल टू बेसिकली स्टैंड आउट फ्रॉम द क्राउड?
they ask for basic things. You have to be very strong in basic. They know a lot of things. मतलब उनके बहुत अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं. जैसे वो इंटरव्यू आता है, they are not able to crack because
सो हाय एवरीवन एंड वेलकम टू टुडेज पॉडकास्ट। आज के पॉडकास्ट में जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं ही इज अ परफेक्ट एग्जाम्पल कि अगर आप कोई चीज के लिए डिटर्मिन्ड हैं तो आप वो कैसे अचीव कर सकते हैं। यूजुअली हम सबने सुना होगा दैट इफ यू वांट टू बिकम अ डेटा साइंटिस्ट देन यू शुड बी फ्रॉम सम आईआईटी और सम टॉप टियर कॉलेज। और अगर आप किसी छोटे कॉलेज से हो तो शायद आप डेटा साइंस में एंटर तो कर जाओगे, but you cannot work for big companies such as Amazon, Uber. But our guest for today is a perfect example coming from a very small college, जो एक small tier 3 college था, and currently he is working as a data scientist at Uber. Previously to Uber, he was also working as a data scientist in Amazon. So I would like to welcome Vanshaj to the podcast. And hi Vanshaj, over to you. Let's start by your introduction.
thanks, Raghav. Thanks for the warm welcome. Uh, Hi to your audience. So if I start from the beginning, I started from a tier 3 college, as you explained. So I did my BTech in computer science. As anyone from a tier 3 college, I was not having a proper roadmap as to what to do next, or how to build my career. I felt stuck in between, but I landed up into the to be a data scientist. I have worked for companies like Capgemini, Tiger, Amazon, and now working at Uber. It was a steep learning curve. I always learned and grown. I have figured out things. As far as my work is concerned, I'm a kind of a software engineer turned data scientist. So I am from a engineering background, converted to software engineer, then became a data scientist. Although two backgrounds look similar, but they're not similar. As you know, they are a little different. And it's a pure tech data. Software engineering is a pure tech, wherein data science is more close to business. So this is about me. As we go ahead, we'll know more about us.
So Vanshaj, I have one question कि जैसे you were doing BTech in IT, तो उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे हैव यू एवर हर्ड अबाउट डेटा साइंस ये सब कुछ उस टाइम पे एग्जिस्ट करता था? वर यू इंक्लाइंड टुवर्ड्स दिस प्रोफेशन और इट जस्ट हैपेंड नेचुरली?
Yeah. So it happened naturally. Also, hype to tha, like at that point in time. Also, if I talk about 5 years ago, so Parcel पहले भी there was a hype of data science. So hype था, and it college also call used to say कि do data science projects, ML projects करो, it will be helpful in the career. There was a hype. Now it's more hype in the AI/ML side, in the LLM side of what, but तभी hype था in the data science. I was there, but also I was sure that I needed because I was more inclined to business. So I was good at coding, but at the same side, I was also interested in solving business problems. There were two things I have, but I made me interest in the data science side is. So the two things. First, मेरे को coding अच्छी लगती थी, right? Plus, I liked business solving business problems also. And I was sure कि मेरे को एक ऐसे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं करने जिसमें आई एम जस्ट डूइंग द रिपीटेड थिंग्स. आई एम डूइंग द सेम थिंग अगेन अगेन. सो आई एम सॉल्व बिल्डिंग अ वेबसाइट एंड देन फिर मेरे को दूसरी वेबसाइट बनानी है, सेम टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करनी है. देयर इज नो नथिंग न्यू टू लर्न. सो आई वाज श्योर कि ऐसे करूंगा तो आई विल गेट बोर्ड एंड आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू कॉप अप विद इट. सो आई नीड समथिंग जहाँ पे वी लर्न everything new every now and then, and that is data science. So it is the projects goes for a short period of time, then we learn something new. So that's how it became interesting, and I landed up as a data scientist. So the two things. My orientation toward coding and tech, then business, no, business side, and something that I can learn and grow continuously. So these things actually help me to decide that I want to be the data science and not in software engineering. Although my background was from computer science, but still I ended up here. because it's same reason. It's
गॉट
a blend of the दोनों का blend है. So it's like
गॉट
business and tech.
तो वंशज, जो आपका फर्स्ट जॉब थी, इट वाज इन कैपजेमिनी, वाज इट अ कैंपस प्लेसमेंट?
Yeah, वो campus placement था. So we got placed in the final year. We did internship also. हमने internship भी किया था the final semester. It was in Capgemini Mumbai, and it was a good. But the role was not in data science. So वो क्या था, ERP admin में role था. So if you know ERP, it's a like SAP. You know SAP. It was not in SAP, but it was kind of a SAP ERP. So I was an admin. So उसमें क्या होता है कि you don't do lot of coding. There's some SQL involved. There's some, it's a tech, but not heavy tech. Some part of DevOps भी था, but it was not data related. But because I was interested in data and Python, so मैंने अपने manager को बोला to give something related to Python or something related to data science. So obviously it was a service-based company. They have a client. We are working with a client, so they can't release us also. So it was good. उसने उन्होंने मेरे को एक side project दिया जहाँ पे I have to build a website for the client itself. Uh, so for the client, they gave me this project, and we built it using Python. We applied some SQL knowledge also there. So that's how, alongside my actual work in Capgemini as ERP admin, मेरे को थोड़ा exposure मिल गया Python SQL में भी. And also to showcase my skill that I have worked in industry using SQL Python. So that's how I've done it. And before that, I was doing ML projects already, in the research projects or something. I did internship also in the college. So that helped.
Also, Vanshaj, I was going through your profile, saw that you have done some internship in Benetton University. तो इसके बारे में बताओगे क्या कि ये कॉलेज में हुआ, कैसे हुआ, हाउ डिड यू अप्लाई, कैसे शॉर्ट लिस्टिंग हुआ, क्या प्रोसेस था पूरा?
So I think अब शायद ये internship नहीं होती है, I guess, but earlier it used to happen. So it was a research internship. So मेरे college में कुछ teachers थे who were doing some PhDs at that time from that university. So because my college भी ready in Africa, so there were some few teachers. So there I came to know about this university. उस time पे college थोड़ा नया था, I think, but it's new college, but it was a good college. So it's a Times of India, Bennett University is from Times of India. So they started this research internship जो एक से 2 महीने की होती थी, and they वहाँ पे research projects होते थे. They were not industry level, but core research which we see in the Kaggle, mostly Kaggle projects and some other projects also. So I started that in internship, wherein I applied, and based on the profile they used to shortlist. In that sometimes interviews also, they also used to give stipend also. The good thing is they used to give stipend also, and it was fully a residential program. So you have to stay in the college only for 1 or 2 months, and you will be solving the projects or the problem statements under the kind of guidance of your mentors. And mentors were the PhD students there, who were doing PhDs there. So that's how we did this internship. It was a first exposure in data science for me. मतलब ऐसा था, before that I just learned, मैंने उसमें learn किया था choice, right? And I was not aware that how it is useful, मतलब कैसे use करना है real world में, and what is the scope. The thing is, आपने learn कर लिया, आपने theory learn कर लिया, but you don't know what is the scope. From there, actually, maybe I was solving just 2 problems there in 2 months, but there was problems were different for all the groups. So I came to know that there are hundreds of problem statements can be solved through data science, and there is scope in every field, and there are a lot of scope in data science. So that's how I realized कि यार data science का बहुत अच्छा career है, मतलब scope भी बहुत अच्छा है, and it's actually solving the right problems, helping the business, and something जो मेरे को excite करेगा, because it's exciting, जो like I wanted to do. So it was a kind of a turning point wherein I decided this can be my career option. Even if I don't land a job in data science as a first job, but I was sure that I want to be a data scientist.
गॉट इट। तो जो आपका आइडिया ऑफ डेटा साइंस था वो आपके एक कॉलेज इंटर्नशिप से ही स्टार्ट हुआ था। तो वापस आते हैं डेटा साइंस की जर्नी पे। यू आर ईआरपी डेवलपर इन कैपजेमिनी, और उसके बाद बेसिकली यू लैंडेड अ जॉब इन टाइगर एनालिटिक्स इन डेटा साइंस बेसिकली। तो हाउ डिफिकल्ट वाज दैट जर्नी, हाउ डिड यू बेसिकली प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इट, और उस टाइम पे आपको क्या क्या डिफिकल्टीज आई?
So I think some of the problem is your real world exposure. So now you're working at Capgemini in a ERP. आप data science में काम नहीं कर रहे हो. So now you have to show कि आप data science में काम कर रहे हो, right? Because every company asks for experience. It was not a fresher hiring, so they want to know like what projects you have done. So what I've done is that's a major challenge I've seen there. So I was getting rejection at that point in time because मेरे को real world exposure नहीं था. I'm not having industry exposure at that point in time in data science. So now I did self projects. मैंने self projects किए और अच्छे projects किए मैंने जो बिजनेस से रिलेटेड थे. इट वाज नॉट रिसर्च. आई realized that तो मेरे जो रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं that is not working out. And then I realized that I need to solve business problems. Then only they will consider my profile. Plus, I have to be good at the basic skills that we have, like say Python, SQL, machine learning. And a good thing is I realized that they don't ask for heavy things. They ask for basic things. You have to be very strong in basics. That's how I ended up with Tiger Analytics. And also, I was doing some project aside my ERP thing, capture line. So that also helped me. So मैंने वो showcase किया that okay, I'm working in this. I may not be working in ML, but I'm working in Python and SQL.
गॉट इट। कितना टाइम आपने स्पेंड किया टाइगर में?
About there only for 1 year, but it was a great learning. मतलब वहाँ पे क्या है कि it's a service based company, but they have a very good projects to solve. They are solving complex problems. So I work for multiple clients there, and good thing is I got great mentors there. I got great mentors and great team. So the problems are very challenging. So we have to so there I got a proper training also data science. Plus I got to know how to solve problems through business problems through ML and how to apply business knowledge also. मतलब उससे पहले मेरे को ये नहीं पता था कि business को कैसे how to look at the problem through business lens. आपको problem solve करना है. Now you need to know about the business also in detail before solving it, because हम क्या करते हैं as a student, especially they have a notebook, Jupyter notebook. They got some data or ready-made data, and they apply the model and they think that this done. So it just take them 1 hour, and then they think that they have created the model. But ऐसा नहीं होता है in the world. So you have to. It takes weeks to know about the business also, and it takes a weeks to just do the pre-processing. Then you do the modeling. Modeling is just part of it, and then lot more process. This is a lengthy process. So that's what I learned in Tiger, and I continuously applied that knowledge going forward. And it was great learning curve for me because it was the first of kind experience in data science in industry. Plus also Tiger में अच्छे selling projects होते हैं. So that's also a good thing.
करेक्ट। मॉडलिंग तो अगेन इट्स अ वेरी आई से स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ अ डेटा साइंस लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ अ डेटा साइंस प्रोजेक्ट। मेजर तो उससे पहले और बाद का काम है। सो अब टाइगर से amazon की जर्नी कैसी रही? वो प्रोसेस कैसा था? व्हाई डिड यू थॉट ऑफ लाइक मूविंग आउट ऑफ टाइगर के बाद? हाउ डिड amazon केम इनटू द पिक्चर और उसका पूरा प्रोसेस क्या था?
That is something major turning point I can say. Right, in my career also, it was not decided. Like मैंने decide नहीं किया था कि I have to be at Amazon or something. But yes, everyone want to get the better. But I was willing to go to product based company at point in time. So I was working in a service based company. I wanted to go to a product based company. Now, in doing that, only I applied to multiple companies, and like I got chance to interview at Amazon, and that's how so if I explain you a bit about the interview process also at Amazon. So they generally, that they have 4 to 5 rounds, wherein initial will be your coding rounds in Python, SQL, and ML. There will go depth in ML, and for at least for freshers role, they do have these rounds plus your hiring manager round. Where they discuss about your projects, and there's a bar is around also at the end where there's a person who evaluate you from all lenses. So this is our process in corporate companies, especially in Amazon. And when I had to go in an e-commerce team, so it was an e-commerce team. So they were solving problems in e-commerce domain related to your detail pages, right? And it was related to sellers specifically. So like a seller जो Amazon पे कोई product अपने sell कर रहे हैं, तो उनको we are helping that how can you utilize it better and you can generate more revenue. So it was about that. It was a first of all, this was just journey till I landed up at Amazon, and it was I have one thing I can say that it was a kind of difficult time when I landed up at Amazon because a lot of layoffs happened at that time. So it was 2023 beginning, and if you remember, like Meta, Amazon, every company started layoffing at the end of 2022. So it was a little confusing. Like it was a little difficult time to switch, but I'm happy that I made that decision at that point in time. But jab I went to Amazon, so it was a complete change of work culture and everything. Because two things are there. First, I moved from service based to product based, right? और दूसरा ये था कि it was Amazon, a big tech, right? And you know that it's a FANG, so it's a scale is very huge. So what I've observed here is that the two things in like service based is more target based. आपने client से आपने time दिया है, आपको problem solve करना उस time में, and you may compromise on the quality at some point in time to deliver it, right? But in product based, you can't compromise in quality, especially to company like Amazon. Process is also very difficult. You go through each and every process in detail, and also skill is huge, so you can't solve it in one go. So you do one proof of concept.
Hmm.
It's a like a small chunk you solve the problem, and then you apply it on the larger set later. You expand it and the region wise, country wise, or the way it is planned. So that's how we solve the problem. And also I learned कि आपको data science से problem तो solve कर लिया आपने, inference generate किया ना, how to convert that into a product. Earlier in service based आप problem solve कर रहे हो, generating the inference, but it's done. You are done. You have made the model. You have generated some inference. Maybe you have your productionized it, and it's done. But at Amazon, you have to know that how to convert it to a product, how it converts to a product, which can be used by others also. आप उसको कैसे फिर ट्यून करोगे to solve other problems also. Like आपने एक product बनाया, then how to tune it to solve problems. So that's how I landed. That's what I landed Amazon. I worked there for around 2.5 years, and now I'm working at Google.
Got it. So, Vanshaj, you have majorly worked in four companies: Capgemini, then Tiger, then Amazon, and then Uber. And if I specifically talk about the companies जहाँ पे आप data science position पे थे, वो थी आपकी Tiger, फिर Amazon, फिर Uber. तो what do you think are the like core focus points these companies are looking for? अगर कोई जैसे let's say I want to apply in Amazon और Uber for a data science position, तो क्या क्या core skills हैं जो मेरे को बहुत अच्छे से सीखनी चाहिए और क्या क्या ऐसी चीजें मुझे करनी चाहिए ताकि आई एम एबल टू बेसिकली स्टैंड आउट फ्रॉम द क्राउड.
Yeah, so basically you need to be good at basic skills, right? Your fundamentals should be strong, right? Strong enough. So what I've seen generally now, like the students which are in college or freshers, they jump directly to deep learning, NLP, LLMs. So आपको jump नहीं करना है, you should start from very basic like SQL. First thing is SQL. And SQL is something you will agree that most people skip, right?
करेक्ट.
They want to be data scientist, but SQL skip कर देंगे because it either seems easy or they think that it is not useful. So first thing is very useful. No, कोई भी data scientist नहीं बन सकता है if they don't know SQL, right? And it's not easy also. There's a lot of depth in SQL also. If someone says that we know data, we know SQL, अगर वो real life में work नहीं कर रहा है तो interview will understand in 5 minutes that आप work नहीं करो SQL पे. So you have to be very good in SQL. First thing, I would always say the SQL first, and you are very good in SQL, you got all the depth, and then you go for Python. In Python, okay, I'm not saying that you need a high level DSA for data science, but you need some depth in Python also, especially Python libraries. Also, you need to know basic coding, right? Because basically all the product companies they ask coding. They have proper coding rounds in Python also, and then you can use up to machine learning. And also in the machine learning, you don't have to know all the algorithms. या आपको डीप लर्निंग आनी चाहिए, या आपको एनएलपी आना है, या आपको अभी से एलएलएम आना है, ऐसे स्पेसिफिक नहीं है. स्पेसिफिकली फॉर द फ्रेशर्स, लाइक इफ समवन एक्सपीरियंस तो उनको तो आना ही चाहिए, लाइक ऑल द थिंग्स. बट समवन इज फ्रेशर तो उनको एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करेंगे कोई डायरेक्टली एलएलएम आता हो बहुत ज्यादा. बट इफ यू शुड हैव प्रोजेक्ट्स, आपको प्रोजेक्ट से आपने कुछ एल्गोरिथम्स पे काम किया है, शुड नो एवरी डेप्थ. इफ यू आर सेइंग कि आपको लीनियर रिग्रेशन आता है, तो यू शुड नो द डेप्थ ऑफ लीनियर रिग्रेशन, including the mathematics involved, different tunings there. So you should know everything about this algorithm, रिस्पेक्टिव की आपने बस अप्लाई कर दिया. सो इफ जस्ट आपने अप्लाई कर दिया डेटा सेट पे, आपने जो रेडीमेड डेटा सेट था, सो इससे आपको नहीं आया वो प्रोडक्ट. सो यू नीड टू नो द डेप्थ. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक फ्रेशर नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, दैट दे नीड टू नो द डेप्थ ऑफ एल्गोरिथम्स. आपको कुछ एल्गोरिथम्स आते हैं, बेसिक्स आते हैं, इट्स गुड. यू शुड बी गुड इन द बेसिक्स to land up a good job in the interview especially, right? And in the product based companies also, and other companies also, as a fresher.
Got it. So, Vanshaj, one more thing I would like to ask over here is, companies take like 3, 4, 5 rounds. अगर आप किसी पोजीशन के लिए जाते हो, तो what is the breakup of each round? Like किस राउंड में क्या क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है और हर राउंड की क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है? तो आप एक एक करके
So
स्टार्टिंग से बता सकते हो कि पहले राउंड की क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन है.
So first one is always coding. So it can be Python, SQL, or a mix of both. Similarly goes for second round. So generally companies do have two rounds, two coding rounds, SQL and Python. Therein either they will be like pure play coding questions wherein they'll ask like your not DSA, specifically DSA, but the string related questions will be good coding questions. And then they ask SQL question. Not SQL especially, I've seen that companies ask in depth. They ask advanced SQL. They not have simple SQL questions. In Python, they mark simple questions sometimes, but not in SQL. And DSA is very generic to profile. So suppose if you're applying to data, applied scientist role, so they will ask SQL. They will ask DSA also. So applying for applied scientist, they will ask DSA. Even they can ask graphs also, right? Dynamic programming also. but otherwise they will not answer these questions. These are two coding profile, just your technical skill, your coding knowledge. In that also, it's not necessary that you run the problem, you run the code. It's about your logic, your syntax also sometimes matter, but you're able to solve the problem. That is the main thing.
Got
I have also seen one thing. So, I was once giving interview for Google. So in the Google, I was able to went through that interview, but when I got the feedback from the HR recruiter, so she told me that you have to when you write the code. It was very initial times of my journey, like my initial career time. So when you write the code, you should write the conventions in a way that it is self-understood. And we now know because we are experienced guys, we know that these namings are important. But as a fresher, we don't know. So maybe once freshers go through the interviews with the code, they also at points too for these small things also. Like you wrote the right code, आपने code अच्छा लिख दिया, but आपका जो naming conventions थे वो अच्छे नहीं थे.
and
Then
yes.
it gives a bad impression. And then I think after two rounds, the third one will be your hiring manager round. It will be more on business side. They will ask business questions and your past projects. And some companies they do have business state case study rounds also. Wherein either they will give this, मतलब आपको पहले से एक problem statement दे देंगे. You have to create a PPT or you have to create a solution. You have to submit it and you have to present it, in front of panel. या फिर वो on the spot also they can give you the business problem to solve and you have to on the spot only you have to design some solution. They don't have to code. आपको कोड नहीं करना है उसमें, बट आपको बताना है कि आप कैसे सॉल्व करोगे, आपको कैसे स्केल करोगे उसको. So small like कि आप क्या data science process follow करोगे to solve that problem. That's it. And then fourth round is generally again the hiring manager leadership round or your team fitment round. We just want to know कि आप how you work. These are the major rounds at these companies.
Got it. So, Vanshaj, right now, let's say you'll have around 4 or 5 years of experience. Okay, so what is that you'll say one mistake that you did might be in initial phase of your career जो आपको आज लगता है आपने उस टाइम पे नहीं की होती तो यू वुड हैव बीन अ बेटर प्लेस या फिर अभी अभी भी आप बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो आपके लेट से जैसे आप अभी ऊबर में हो आप बाद में आपने अमेजोन क्रैक किया ये शायद आप अपनी फर्स्ट कंपनी क्रैक कर सकते थे तो व्हाट वर दोज मिस्टेक्स which you will feel like people who are listening to this can avoid and basically learn from it to basically expedite their career.
Yeah. So I think I was aware of these things during my college time, like when I was student. कि मेरे को ना basic coding सीखनी है, and then I have to learn the basic skills. I have two self projects, right? And then I would have done, I've already done internship, but if I would know that data science is a career for me, and जो process आज मेरे को पता है, like I have to learn the machine, basically SQL, then Python, then machine learning, and this in this manner, or if I would have some guidance or like something roadmap kind of thing, then maybe I would have landed up earlier, right? Because I learned on the way. So, but like ऐसा नहीं है कि there was somebody who's telling me regularly about this. So I learned on the way. So I landed at Capgemini. It was a campus placement. Then मैंने खुद सीखा कि okay ऐसे से apply करना है. Then you have to learn this to land up at this company. So I learned on the way. So it took time. If somebody knows already and they do in a very disciplined manner, so I think they can let up early. So I think that is the mistake, or maybe the learning for others, and they can save their time and land a better job early.
Got it. So I hope ये एडवाइस बहुत हेल्पफुल रहेगी लोगों के लिए जो ट्रांजिशन करने का प्लान करें लेट्स से दे आर स्टार्टिंग देयर जर्नी इन डेटा साइंस. Vanshaj, one more thing I would like to ask. Let's say you want to start your journey again from scratch. आज आपको सोचा है कि आपने आप भाई I want to become a data scientist at a top company. तो आप क्या क्या चीजें let's say किस किस ऑर्डर में सीखोगे? तो let's say you have 6 months, you have to prepare everything to land a job at Uber for a data scientist. तो आपकी पूरी लर्निंग कैसी रहेगी आप क्या टूल्स पहले सीखोगे उसके बाद क्या करोगे एंड हाउ विल यू प्रिपेयर फॉर इंटरव्यूज.
So if I start from beginning, so first of all, as I told you, is SQL. Is always SQL first for data science. So आप पहले महीने में आप SQL सीखो, and like SQL ऐसा भी नहीं है because some like students feel like it's just 2-3 days thing, but it takes time. So solve all the problems so SQL at least from the major platforms and coding platforms. आप एक महीना SQL पे लगाओ, then उसके बाद second month you can jump to Python if you are proficient in SQL. One thing I would say that don't jump to other thing once you are not finished the earlier thing. So आप पहले SQL finish करो, first month, second month you can go for Python. Third month you can still go for Python, work Python libraries basically. We know data science libraries like pandas, numpy, right? Matplotlib. So you can learn Python libraries. Fourth month, you can know basic stats for them. You can know stats. And then fifth month, you can go with the ML. You learn ML, basic ML you learn. You don't have to learn the advanced ML like deep learning. And एकदम से आप deep learning या LLM apply मत करना. So if you are applying just LLMs directly, it's not useful. Learn the basic things. Spend 1 or 2 months there, and at the last you can prepare for the basic business case studies. If you're going for data science freshers role, yes, prepare for business case studies, and that's how you will be prepared for the freshers role at least. Because in fresher they will not ask you directly LLMs. They will not ask directly LLMs, so they will ask basic things only. So better to prepare this way. I think that then can be ready for interviews.
Got it. So this is in general a mantra for people who are like trying to apply. जहाँ पे भी basically what you need to do is you have to prioritize on basics. May it be coding, may it be ML या may it be business understanding, statistics. हर जगह अगर आपके basics बहुत ज़्यादा strong हैं तो it will be very, I'll say, easy for you to like convert those interviews.
Right. Plus, if you're done with this, then you learn NLP, deep learning, and आप कुछ भी learn करो उसके बाद आप अच्छे projects बनाओ. So that will add to your profile. It's not like कि आपको इतना ही करना है, आप और भी कर सकते हो. It will help you to land up to the interview, because landing up to the interview is also a difficult process. So that is true. You need to do projects. But after you suppose you will end up at an interview, but what you need to do is you need to have the basics strong. So because I've seen the people, मतलब देखे मैंने students like they know a lot of things, मतलब उनके बहुत अच्छे projects हैं, but जैसे वो इंटरव्यू आता है they are not able to crack because उनका fundamental strong. उन्होंने एक अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स तो बनाए हैं, उनको टेक भी आता है, बट उनके फंडामेंटल स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं थे, सो दे आर नॉट एबल टू क्रैक. सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग एट फंडामेंटल्स. आप फंडामेंटल्स आपके स्ट्रॉन्ग है, देन यू गो फॉर एडवांस थिंग्स, build the things, maintain, have good projects, showcase in the resume for selection. But once you selected, then what? You should know that okay, once I'm selected in the interview, resume is selected, then this is the interview process, and I have to be good at fundamentals to land up to crack the interviews.
Got it. So thank you, Vanshaj. Thank you for joining me today. It was complete. I'll say it was a pleasure to talk to you. आपने पूरा डिटेल में कवर किया कि how did you basically transition into data science, which will be probably helping a lot of people. उनको अगर data science में जाना है तो what all things are important, उसकी क्या priority है सीखने में, what all small things basically which you need to focus on if you want to land a job at top companies such as Uber and Amazon. So thank you, Vanshaj. Thank you for like being my guest today.
Thank you, Raghav. Thank you.